May 2025 did not arrive quietly. It showed up fully loaded, suppressed, and unapologetically bold. Gunmakers around the world decided this was the month to abandon the safe zone and unleash designs that are as functional as they are fearless. From integrally suppressed barrels with no baffles to compact pistols that punch above their weight with built-in compensators, this lineup is not about minor upgrades or fancy finishes. These are mechanical statements, the kind that push innovation forward and prove that engineering still has teeth in the gun world. This is not a list padded with another clone or rebranded variant in Desert Tan. Every gun here was released in May 2025 and carries something unique, whether it's a feature never seen before or a reimagined classic that demands attention. Let's start with a suppressed system so clean and radical, it might change how you think about silencers entirely. Angstadt Arms didn't just release a new gun in May 2025, they launched an entire suppressor revolution, and they did it with the Vanquish 9 series. This isn't a case of tacking on a can and calling it innovation. The suppressor in this series is integral, meaning it's built directly into the barrel itself. But here's where it breaks every rule. There are no baffles, none. Instead, the Vanquish 9 uses a zero-baffle design that relies on controlled venting and internal geometry to reduce sound, control gas pressure, and minimize heat. What you get is a blowback-operated platform that runs smoother, shoots cooler, and stays far cleaner than traditional suppressed systems. That alone makes it stand out. But Angstadt didn't stop at the tech. The series includes a 9mm pistol caliber carbine, PCC, for those who want superior control and accuracy in a compact platform. The pistol variant keeps everything quiet and tight, ideal for CQB-style shooting or anyone building a suppressed EDC setup. And then there's the short-barreled rifle, SBR version, a perfect middle ground between maneuverability and ballistic performance. Each one looks sleek, feels premium, and sounds like it's whispering death. What's wild is how balanced these guns feel despite the added suppressor mass. The barrel-integrated design eliminates the typical nose-heavy feel you get with most suppressed setups. It also means there's no threading, no loosened mounts, and no guessing whether your POI just shifted. This is plug-and-play suppression done right. The Vanquish 9 series isn't just quiet, it's refined. It's rare to see a suppressor system that actually simplifies the gun instead of complicating it. That's why this release wasn't just expected, it was necessary. For shooters who already have a reliable AR-9 lower and aren't looking to replace an entire firearm, Angstadt delivered another win in May 2025. The Vanquish 9 integrally suppressed barrel and the complete upper. This isn't a gimmick. It's full Vanquish tech, stripped down to its most essential and customizable components. The zero-baffle suppressor system has been adapted into a standalone barrel and a complete upper that's drop-in ready for most 9mm AR platforms. If you're a builder or someone who's already invested in a setup you trust, this gives you a rare opportunity to upgrade without compromise. The barrel comes in at 16 inches with the suppressor integrated, keeping you out of NFA territory. It's tuned for optimal gas pressure and reduced backflow, which translates to softer cycling and less carbon fouling. The complete upper takes it one step further, factory-tuned, precision-aligned, and compatible with standard AR-9 lowers. This setup shoots soft, stays clean, and makes your old AR feel brand new. It's easy to overlook parts and components in the excitement of full firearms, but Angstadt made sure the modular side of Vanquish was just as impressive as the complete builds. For the price of a mid-tier can, you get a barrel that redefines suppressed shooting. No fuss, no maintenance nightmare. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a transformation. The name Hush Puppy might sound soft, but this setup is the quietest 9mm Glock platform released to date, and it's not even close. B&T's Hush Puppy kit for the Glock 19. Gen 5 doesn't just suppress muzzle noise, it eliminates mechanical noise by doing something most shooters wouldn't dare. It locks the slide in place. The system is built around a suppressor and slide lock combo that removes the action's clatter from the equation. You pull the trigger, and all you hear is the soft thunk of subsonic 9mm escaping through baffled metal. The slide stays shut. No clank, no cycling noise, just surgical level silence. It's the kind of mechanical suppression that even the best suppressors can't achieve alone. The inspiration for this design goes back to Vietnam with the MK-22 Mod 0, a pistol used by Navy SEALs that featured a similar slide lock. B&T took that concept, modernized it, and tailored it specifically to Glock's most popular frame. This isn't some fringe product either. Tactical teams, special response units, and covert shooters have real use cases for this setup. But civilian shooters looking for a home defense pistol that won't blow out their eardrums indoors will find just as much value here. It's not flashy, it's not loud, it's quietly brilliant. And in a world where everyone's chasing decibels, the Hush Puppy stands alone by taking silence seriously. Springfield's original Echelon already made waves, but in May 2025, they dropped a new variant that's leaner, meaner, and finally ready for the competition world. The Echelon 4.5 F-Comp, or this model brings everything shooters liked about the original and adds something we all wanted, an integrated compensator. It's not tacked on or threaded. It's built right into the slide, perfectly matched with the barrel and tuned for recoil control without compromising reliability. The result is a pistol that stays flatter in rapid fire, with muzzle rise that's almost boring. But it's not just about the comp. The 4.5F still runs Springfield's brilliant central operating group, a modular internal chassis system that allows the fire control unit to drop into different grip modules without tools. You want a thinner grip? Swap it? Bigger hands? Try the large frame. It takes customization to the level you usually only see in rifles or high-end race guns. Optics ready with excellent stock sights and a surprisingly crisp trigger. The Echelon 4.5F comp is clearly aimed at the growing market of shooters who want duty-level reliability with competition-style performance, all without breaking the bank. This is not a Me Too pistol. It's Springfield signaling that the striker-fired game is far from over. And when you put rounds through this one, you'll realize it's not trying to compete, it's trying to lead. Canik has made a habit of punching above its weight, and in May 2025, they did it again with the Mete MC9 LS, a micro-compact that somehow manages to run like a full size with race gun energy. You get the footprint of a deep concealment pistol, yet it ships with a built-in compensator, optics-ready slide, and Canik's famously crisp trigger. It doesn't just check boxes. It flips the whole checklist. The compensator is molded into the slide itself, not an afterthought, not an accessory. It tames the already soft recoil of the 9mm, making double taps tighter and follow-ups smoother. For a gun this size, that's not expected. It's absurd. The MC9 LS shoots like it forgot it was small. Then there's the trigger. It breaks clean, resets fast, and feels like something you'd pay twice as much for on another brand. The LS model keeps the same modularity as its siblings, with back straps that swap out easily and a profile that disappears inside a waistband. Canik didn't build this for hype. They built it to throw a jab at overpriced, underwhelming striker-fired compacts. It's sleek, smart, and serious, even if it costs less than your average weekend at the range. The Mete MC9 LS doesn't scream for attention. It earns it the second you squeeze the trigger and wonder how a carry gun this size manages to feel like it's been tuned by a competition team. In a lineup dominated by striker-fired pistols and suppressed carbines, the Stoeger Combat SX charges in like a tactical brawler. This is a 12-gauge shotgun designed for work, not wall hanging. Released in May 2025, it lands with surprising refinement beneath its rugged frame. Stoeger built the Combat SX around a semi-automatic gas system derived from its Italian cousin, the Benelli M2. It's fast cycling, reliable, and doesn't punish your shoulder the way inertia guns tend to do. For a price tag that floats well below the M-Series Elite, it delivers performance that punches far above its class. M-lock slots along the forend let you customize it with lights or grips, while the oversized controls and rubberized stock give it the kind of utility most shotguns in this tier forget entirely. It's ready for night defense, three-gun competition, or just chewing up steel at the range. What sets the Combat SX apart isn't just what it does, it's how little it costs to do it. Stoeger didn't reinvent the shotgun. They streamlined it for shooters who want tactical reliability without sacrificing their next paycheck. And when you feel how flat it shoots and how fast it cycles, it becomes obvious. This isn't a clone of something better. It is the thing people will soon try to clone. Heckler & Koch doesn't move fast. They don't chase trends. But when they finally join the micro-compact arena, they don't stumble in. They land like they've been here the whole time. Enter the HK CC9, unveiled in May 2025 with that signature HK precision and a handful of features no one else dared to combine. First off, this is a true micro-compact that retains the VP9 style trigger, clean, consistent, and far better than anything else in its size class. It also brings back something rare and wonderful, a paddle magazine release. For lefties, gloved shooters, or anyone who hates fumbling with tiny buttons under stress, this is a serious advantage. With 13+1 capacity, optics-ready slide, and night sights, the CC9 is clearly built to compete in a very saturated space. But it does so with the kind of subtle confidence only HK seems to manage. There's no gimmick here, no unnecessary flair, just German engineering, boiled down and tightened into a package that's shorter than your wallet. It's expensive, yes, but unlike some striker-fired status symbols out there, the CC9 doesn't pretend to be anything it's not. It's not just a smaller VP9, it's a carry gun with its own identity, its own attitude, and a surprising amount of refinement packed into its tiny frame. Some guns try hard to impress. The CC9 doesn't try, it simply performs. If someone told you a revolver was one of the most futuristic guns of May 2025, you'd probably think they were joking. But Diamondback came in sideways with the SDR, a 9mm wheel gun that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi flick and reloads like it's in a speed shooting match. This isn't your typical revolver. The side swing cylinder paired with moonclip compatibility makes reloads stupid fast. No ejector rod fumbling, no gate loading, no excuses. It holds 6 rounds of 9mm and cycles clean with an action that's smoother than most would expect from a company known more for budget semi-autos. But the most striking feature is the design. Angular lines, front serrations, scalloped cylinder fluting, it's unlike anything else on the market. At first glance, it barely registers as a revolver. Then you shoot it, and the form finally makes sense. Recoil is manageable, balance is tight, and the trigger has enough character to stand up to competitors twice the price. It's not designed to replace your J-frame or your cowboy gun. It's here to carve out a lane of its own, a modern revolver that actually feels modern. Whether you're a revolver loyalist or a striker-fired junkie looking for something different, the SDR doesn't beg for your attention. It earns it with every snap of the trigger and every reload that finishes before your buddy's slide even locks back. Kimber took a big swing in May 2025, and for once, it wasn't with stainless steel. The Carbon Compact is a 1911 platform pistol built with a carbon fiber frame, and it's more than just a showpiece. It's a featherweight powerhouse chambered in 45 ACP, carrying 10+1 rounds, and tipping the scales like it's wearing nothing at all. The use of carbon fiber isn't a gimmick here. It shaves roughly 40% off the weight compared to a traditional steel 1911 without sacrificing rigidity or durability. For concealed carriers and all-day wearers, that means 45 stopping power without the brick in your waistband feeling. The trigger? Classic Kimber. Short take-up, crisp break, with a clean reset. The frame ergonomics lean aggressive but controllable, and the overall balance is tuned to the point where you almost forget you're holding a 45 until you pull the trigger. Most lightweight 45s are punishing to shoot. This one isn't. The combination of low slide mass and a slightly reworked recoil spring makes the carbon compact surprisingly tame. It doesn't slap your hand. It glides through recoil and stays ready for the next shot. It's easy to scoff at innovation on a platform this old. But Kimber proved something here. You don't have to abandon the 1911 to modernize it. You just have to build it smarter. The carbon compact isn't trying to compete with polymer pistols. It's trying to remind them who came first and still hits hardest. CZ isn't usually flashy, but with the P-09 Nocturne, released in May 2025, they've quietly stepped into full tactical form. And the result is something that looks like it was forged in the back of a blacked-out SWAT van. This is a full-size, polymer-framed pistol that doesn't care about trends. It cares about performance in low light and high tension. The Nocturne is built off the trusted P-09 platform, but arrives with a dark matte finish designed to resist glare, a suppressor-ready threaded barrel, and raised night sights tuned for passive night vision use. It's purpose-built for shooters who operate in the dark, whether that's law enforcement, private security, or folks who just like to shoot steel by flashlight. With a 19+1 capacity, DASA trigger system, and optics compatibility, the Nocturne delivers both firepower and flexibility. It's big, but it handles like something half its size thanks to CZ's trademark slide-and-frame design that lowers bore axis and keeps recoil flat. It's not as modular as the striker-fired Crowd. It doesn't come with fancy grip systems or enhanced slide cuts, but it wasn't made for flair. It was made for control, clarity, and conditions where hesitation costs more than style points. The P-09 Nocturne feels like it was built for a mission brief, and somehow still ends up being a hell of a range pistol too. It's not the gun people will hype on social media, but it's the one they'll wish they bought when things get real. Every model in this lineup earned its place by delivering something bold, tested, and built for shooters. Not just brochures, no empty promises, no overhyped prototypes, just gear that works hard and stands out doing it. If one of these guns made your wishlist longer, let me know in the comments. If there's one you've already put rounds through, I want to hear how it runs. And if I missed a sleeper hit that dropped in May, you better believe I want to know about it before the next list. Smash the like button if you got something out of this. Subscribe if you want more real-world, no-fluff rundowns on guns that matter. I'll see you in the next one.